Today we will see the methods of integration. So in that the first method is the substitution method. So let us start our methods of integration. We have evaluated the integrals which can be reduced to standard forms by algebraic or trigonometric simplifications that we have done in the last exercise. Okay. Now there are three methods that we are going to learn in this chapter or in this year. The first one is integration by substitution. This is the first method. Then the integration by parts, integration by partial fraction. So these are the three methods that we are going to learn in this chapter. The first method is integration by substitution. Now how to substitute? Uh, if you make a proper substitution, you will able to solve the given problems. If your substitution is wrong, then you will not able to solve the problem as quickly as possible. So if x is equal to phi of t is a differentiable function of t, okay, x is equal to phi of t is a differentiable function of t, then integration of f of x dx is equal to integration of f of phi of t into phi dash of t dt. This is the theorem. Now how to prove this? What is given? It is given that x is equal to phi of t is a differentiable function of t. What it means? So we can find the derivative of this function. So dx by dt is equal to phi dash of t. Now let integration of f of x dx is equal to g of x. We don't know what is the integral of f of x, but let us take that integration of f of x dx is g of x. Now we know that the integration is an opposite process of the derivative, so we can use the definition. So integration of f of x dx is equal to g of x implies the derivative of this g of x must be equal to f of x. So d by dx of g of x is equal to f of x. Now we will consider g of x. We will consider g of x and we will differentiate it with respect to t. Now g is a function of t, but we are differentiating with respect to t. So here we have to use the chain rule. So first of all, we have to differentiate this g with respect to x and then that x with respect to t. This is called the chain rule. So d by dx of g of x into dx by dt. There is equal to f of x into dx by dt, because d by dx of g of x is f of x. So we will put that value here. So what you get, the derivative of g of x is f of x into d of dx by dt. But what is dx by dt? Dx by dt is phi dash of t dt. So we put x is equal to phi of t and dx by dt is equal to phi dash of t. So the derivative of g of x with respect to t is f of phi of t into phi dash of t. That means integral of this function with respect to t must be equal to g of x as per the definition of integral. Okay. So but what is g of x? Again we have to go back. G of x is integral of f of x dx. So integral of f of x dx is equal to integral of f of t phi dash of t dt. Here this x is equal to phi of t is the substitution, is the substitution to find, to solve the given integral. For example, now look at this example, integral of 3x square sine of x cube dx. Okay, this is the integral. Now how to substitute, that is the important thing. How to use a substitution method to evaluate this integral. So the function which we have to integrate is called integrand. So here this 3x square sine of x cube is your integrand. So firstly you have to look the function, you have to look a function here, you have to look a function whose derivative is also present there, whose derivative is also present there. So whose derivative is there? X cube. What is the derivative of x cube? It is 3x square. Okay, so this derivative of this x cube present in the integrand, so we will substitute t as x cube. Okay, so it is very important how to use substitution, how to choose the proper function to substitute. We will choose a function whose derivative is present in the integral. So x cube is equal to t. Take the differential of this. You get 3x square dx is equal to dt. This is the differential, or you can say the derivative. 3x square is equal to dt by dx. Okay, you can say like this. 3x square is equal to dt by dx. Then the dx is take to this side. You will get 3x square dx is equal to dt. But it is actually the differential of this. 3x square dx is equal to dt. Now here 3x square is there, this dx is also there, so 3x square and dx, if we combine these two terms, then I will replace this by dt only, and here sine of t, so my integral reduces to only integral of sine t dt due to substitution. So what is the integral of sine t? It is minus cos t plus c. Now we will resubstitute our substitution. So what is t? The t is x cube. So put that t. So this is the integral of the given function. I is equal to minus cos x cube plus c. Let us see the results which are related to this substitution, which will help you to find the integral of the given function. Look at this corollary 1. If integral of f of x dx is g of x plus c, then the integral of f of ax plus b dx is equal to 1 upon a g of ax plus b plus c. Okay, so integral of f of ax plus b dx is equal to 1 upon a integral of 1 upon a g of ax plus b plus c. So for this I will give an example. You know the integral of x raised to n, x raised to n, its integral is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So if I replace that x by ax plus b, then what you will get? You will get integral of ax plus b raised to n is ax plus b raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 into 1 upon a. Those formulas were obtained by with the help of this corollary. The proof is very simple. Consider I is equal to integral of f of ax plus b. Now here we will put this ax plus b is equal to t. That's it. Once you put ax plus b is equal to t, take its differential, you will get dx is equal to dt upon a. Dx is equal to, because if you take the derivative, a is constant, derivative of x is 1, b is constant, derivative is 0, and t is dt. So put the values in the integral, is you get f of t dt upon a is equal to 1 upon a integral of f of t dt. But it is given that integral of f of t dt, integral of f of x dx is g of x plus c. So integral of f of t dt is g of t plus c. So you get 1 upon a g of t plus c. But what is t again? T is a of ax plus b. So 1 upon a ax plus b plus c. So integral of f of ax plus b dx is equal to 1 upon a g of ax plus b plus c. This is our corollary number 1. We will use this as a formula in solving the integrals. This is the next corollary. Integration of f dash of x upon f of x dx is equal to log of modulus of f of x plus c. Log of modulus of f of x plus c. Okay, so how to remember this? This is numerator and this is denominator. So keep in mind, whenever denominator's derivative is present in the numerator, or numerator contains the derivatives of the denominator, in that case the integral is log of the denominator. Log of the denominator. Now how to prove? It is also a simple one. Put f of x is equal to t directly. Put f of x is equal to t. So f dash of x dx is equal to dt. So the numerator will be replaced by dt only and the denominator will be t. So integral of dt upon t is log of modulus t plus c. But what is t again? Again, what is t? T is f of x. So integral of f dash of x upon f of x dx is log of modulus of f of x plus c. The next corollary, f of x raised to n into f dash of x dx is equal to f of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. So I is equal to integral of f of x raised to n into f dash of x dx. Okay, put f of x is equal to t. F of x is equal to t. So you will get f dash of x dx is equal to dt. So this f dash of x dx will be replaced by t only, and you will get t raised to n into dt. And its integral, we know that its integral is t raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. But what is t? T is f of x. So f of x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 is the integral of the given function. These corollaries are very important to find the values of the examples, to solve the examples. Now look at this function, f dash of x upon root f of x. Now here is the root, denominator contains the root of the function and numerator contains the derivative of that root function. So its integral is 2 root f of x in plus c. Again we have to use the same substitution, f of put f of x is equal to t, f dash of x dx is equal to dt. So this numerator will be replaced by dt only, and you will 1 upon root t. But this root t raised can be taken to the numerator. You will get t raised to minus 1 by 2, and its integral is t raised to plus 1 by 2 upon plus 1 by 2. So after simplifying we will get 2 root t. But what is t? T is f of x. So the integral of the given function f dash of x upon f of x root f of x dx is equal to 2 root f of x plus c. 2 root f of x plus c. Now let us see one example based on this. Here is the 1 upon x root log x is the function. We have to integrate. So I can write this as 1 upon x and under root log x. Now if you see, the derivative of this log x is present in the numerator. Okay, derivative of log x is present in the numerator. So its integral is 2 root log x plus c. How? So we have here this 1 upon x can be written as d by dx of log x. So go to this corollary, f dash of x upon root f of x. Whatever the quantity present, whatever the function present in the square root, its derivative is present at the numerator. So its integral is 2 root log x plus c. Okay. Now integral of f dash of x upon f of x dx is equal to log of f of x plus c. We find the integrals of some trigonometric functions. Now we will see with the help of this corollary. With the help of this corollary, we will see some examples of, well, we will learn some formulae. I will not say the examples, but I will say the we will learn the formulae which we are going to use in solving the examples. Okay. So these are the integrals of the trigonometric functions. Now we till the date we don't know the integral of tan x. I have not given the formula to find the integral of tan x. Okay. So let us see what is the formula to find the integral of tan x. So integral of tan x, this tan of x can be written as sin x upon cos x. Okay. Now here you have to use f dash of x upon f of x. So we have to adjust something because in denominator contains cos of x and its derivative is minus sin x. But the numerator doesn't contain the minus 1. So I have to multiply it by a minus or to adjust minus 1. So this minus and this minus becomes plus, and we have not changed anything in the example. Now you see here the denominator numerator contains the derivative of the denominator. So it is in the form of f dash of x upon f of x. So what is the integral? Log of denominator, log of cos x plus c. So now this minus sign we can take here in index. You can write it as log of cos x raised to minus 1. So you can write log of 1 upon cos x, or you can write log of sec x. plus c. They are the same one. Okay, log of sec x plus c. So this is the integral of the given function. Now you have an activity based on this formula, cot of phi x minus 4 dx. Okay, how to solve this is okay. So cot of phi x minus 4 I have written here. I have to write it as how. Let us write uh, here. I have to write cos of 5x minus 4. Okay, so cos upon sine is cot. Then denominator, this sine phi x minus 4. What is the derivative of this sine phi x minus 4? It is 5 times cos phi x minus 4. 5 times cos phi x minus 4. So definitely I have to adjust a 5, and here sine 5x minus 4. Then what we will do here, it is the numerator contains the derivative of the denominator. Numerator is the derivative of the denominator, so its integral is 1 of log of denominator, log of denominator, but log of sine of phi x minus 4 plus c. Log of f dash of x upon f of x. So log of f of x is log of sine phi x minus 4. And this is 1 upon 5 is as it is. So 1 upon 5 log of sine phi x minus 4 is the integral of the given function. The next I will say formula. Integral of sec x is log of sec x plus tan x dx plus c. So take integral of sec x. Here we have to multiply and divide by sec x plus tan x. Sec x plus tan x, we will multiply and divide. Then multiply this sec x inside this bracket, you will get sec square x plus sec x into tan x. Now if you see carefully, this numerator is actually derivative of the denominator, because derivative of tan x is a sec square x and derivative of sec x is a sec x into tan x. Okay, so here it is in the form of f dash of x upon f of x, f dash of x upon f of x. So its integral is log of f of x, but log of sec x plus tan x plus c. Now it is one form. We can reduce these to another form. How? This sec x can be written as 1 upon cos x. This tan x can be written as sin x upon cos x. Then you get 1 plus sin x upon cos x. So after simplifying it, you will reach to the step tan of x by 2 plus pi by 4. This is one form. This is one form of the integral. Now the next one is so I is equal to integral of cosec x. Again here you have to multiply and divide by cosec x minus cot x. So this is the activity. Got cosec x, again multiply the numerator in bracket cosec x, you will get cosec square x minus cosec x into cot x. So the numerator becomes the derivative of the denominator. Again here we have to get log of cosec x minus cot x will be your answer, and once you simplify it, you will get log of tan x by 2. This is another form of the this integral. So these are the formulas which are based on this formula corollary f dash of x upon f of x. Integral of f dash of x upon f of x dx is log of f of x plus c. So we will stop here. In next lecture we will solve examples based on this substitution method.